Okay, so I'm gonna share a little story. When I was so I started my career in Buffalo, New York, and I was referred into the company by a great professor, Deborah Ellis. She goes, "Hey, I know this guy in this company. It's a product testing company. I was really big into quality assurance, and she was a real mentor for me. She goes, I'd like you to, if you're interested, I'll introduce you to the one of the employees there." And so I got hired, and I made a personal goal to learn as much as I could, as fast as I could, about people and how we worked with everybody. And so that was my personal goal and sort of my secret Santa gift to the company in the first year. So I was standing there in the second year, and I was really kind of frustrated because I saw some things we could do, and I just didn't understand why people didn't want to do these things. There were 200 people in the company, and there was a lot of passivity, and I thought, what's going on? And I was really frustrated. And so a good friend and my first mentor, Al, he walked up to me one day, and I was looking out the window, just frustrated. I had this pain in my chest, and my doctor told me, just relax, that's all it is. He gave me some antacids. So I'm standing there looking out this window, and Al just came and said, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second?" And so we walked into a conference room, and we just sat down, and he said, "I've got this idea for you. I'd like to bring you in to be a program manager with one of our top 10 clients, and I think it'd be really helpful for you." Because what I had missed was in this relentless thing, and this is what Susan reminds me of, always facts, data, then the process, share it with people, and then let's go get it, like we're doing here in this group this year. Go out there and get it, and then celebrate at the end. I didn't realize that I probably should have focused on the people in the beginning, because I really wasn't respecting the people in a 25-year-old company and the tradition of service that they had done. I'm the new guy, and I'm just running around doing stuff, Mr. Ambitious guy. And so I didn't really respect the tradition of their experience, which really was integrity, and the integrity of the way we were helping people to avoid product liability and make products that are really safe and really at the top of their marketplace. We were overlooking an opportunity to be more proactive. So it was a guy named Peter who didn't know any of us by name but knew this reputation, said, "Hey, I'd like you to review this drawing." Instead of the products, we'd always been the tangible evidence of the product and the product liability, and we've never really focused on the drawing. So when I saw this, I thought, I couldn't believe why people were ignoring this. And so Al reminded me of how I could relate to them with the tradition of service, and at the same time work on this new thing with these ad hoc teams to build this process. And it was a lesson of a lifetime, because what happened in this meantime is the owner had announced the sale of the company. He just said, "I'm going to sell the company," and it was a surprise to everybody. So I'm working on this little process with people, building this process to be more proactive and really expand a whole new market of service and really build on this 25-year tradition of service. And what turned out to be $40 million in 2 years, I gave to the next CEO, Kevin. And he was another mentor. His name was Kevin O'Brien, so I called him the Celtic Tiger, because he was Irish, and his financial performance and his what he taught me about it was kind of like the Irish economy in the 1990s and early 2000s. Just go get it. And so he was the kind of guy who said, when I said, "Hey, this is what I've done," he said, "That's great. How would you like to integrate? I'm going to go buy our most fierce competitor, and I'm going to slam together, and if you want to be the integrator, it's yours. Now go do your job." And that's the kind of way he did it. It's like, it was a little bit of a mentor, but it's like, okay, now just go do your job, and here, whatever Bob says goes, just go do it. And so what I learned from Al in relating to people actually turned out to be a lesson in sales as much as it does in terms of growing companies and how we come together as a group. And it's really been a great lesson for me, and why I'm happy that we're all here together here to share this, because it's that part of relating to people first. And so here's what happened. What I learned about this, and I've used this many times over and over, and we're doing it here again, is when we're whether it's with a new colleague or new strategic partner, or even with a potential client, it's realizing that it isn't so much the PowerPoint as it is who they are, and recognizing maybe they care about the facts and the data, maybe they care about the history, maybe they care about the process, and our ability to just flex and realize who they are and just shift the conversation to what they are, as opposed to pressing through the 22-page PowerPoint presentation and just getting into the useful person thing, because that's why the bull in a china shop hit a wall. And Al said, hang on a second, let me just show you how to back up and stop breaking things and then get on with it. But a great lesson, and why this year has been great. I was saying to people, it's, you know, I feel kind of like I'm exhausted, but like a good exhausted this year. It's been real busy with the group and working with owners and in the other parts of the day. But it's like when I ran my first marathon a few years ago, I had this pain from my hips to my toes that I never felt before. But it's a really good pain, because I'm like, there's my photo, I finished. Now, there were several thousand people who finished ahead of me. But the point is, you finish, it's like a really good pain because you did something great. So, so thanks for joining me in this journey here. We're having fun together. We're doing great things together, and recognizing people and using these lessons learned about how to recognize the people who are going to work with us as we bring more people into the space in which we collaborate to help each other out, to relate to their performance, and maybe help people like that founder Angelo, who sold his company way too soon because he didn't see what was next. And while he was away in his office for a year, I was just this curious guy, and I think we're curious people too, to help people see things they don't see, opportunities to thrive and really get on to what's next, and not just say, oh well, I guess I'm done, because he really wasn't done anyway. That was kind of the secret. And but we don't have to be like a Celtic tiger either, just rip through things and just burn through like a bull in a china shop. So thanks for being here. Thanks for a great year. Looking forward to another great year relating to people and improving performance in many various ways together. So thanks a lot.